Everywhere I look these days, it seems to be that everyone's having an existential crisis, possibly, I suspect, brought on by a pandemic. Now, within that crisis are three main crises that I see, and these things keep popping up again and again and again. A crisis of focus, a crisis of faith, and a crisis of identity. So people are having a crisis of focus, faith, and identity. The focus thing is that people don't know how to focus anymore, and they don't know what they should be focusing on. And this causes a tremendous amount of stress in their nervous system. Also, they don't have that faith. They have a crisis of faith. They've lost hope. They don't know what the future's going to be, and they're not certain, they're not confident, they don't have faith that future is going to be better than the present. So they're becoming more and more hopeless, and they have a crisis of identity. And this happens a lot of the time when people get to the top of the ladder, they get to the top of their game, and they realise that they've been climbing this ladder, and they look down and that fucking ladder has been on a little set of wheels. It's moved them to somewhere they shouldn't be and never had any intention of being, and they're no longer sure who they are within that thing that they are now doing. So they have a crisis of focus, faith, and identity that unfortunately a lot of people are medicating themselves against. And I would encourage you not to do that, because within the crises are opportunities. And I like to think of any crisis in the way that the Chinese think of crisis. So if you look at the word crisis in Chinese, it's pronounced Wei Qi or something like Wei Qi. It's two symbols, yeah, Wei Qi. Now the Wei stands for danger, a time of danger, and the Qi stands for opportunity, a time of opportunity. So within that crisis, they see both danger and both opportunity, and it depends on which lens you choose to look through. That depends on what outcome you're going to get from that crisis. So look at it like this. There's a thing called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, someone can go through an incredibly traumatic event and come out of it traumatized. They have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. But did you know that people can go through the same traumatic event, but if they take the learning from that traumatic event, they can grow from it? And that's called post-traumatic growth. So if you're going through an existential crisis, a crisis of focus, faith, and/or identity, you can come out of it stronger, better, bolder, and braver if you know how. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, DM me to ask me about my new free mastermind that I'm going to be starting up on School. It's going to be, as I say, completely free, certainly for the first 50 people, and then I'll start charging. But if you get in there quick, you'll get me every single week for nout.